know if we skip numbers there or what, but what's good, everybody? Happy Saturday. Welcome to Rolling the Gaming Podcast. We have all the usual suspects, all the beautiful ladies underneath me, right? Say hello. So we're going to get right into it. Let's do our intros. Right below me, we'll start with Lady.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming by. You already know this is me, Lady Infamous 415. So I'm going to play 3 games this week. The first one was Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm playing the story mode. It's good to play it the second time around because I only played the story mode once, and that was back in the day when it first came out. So playing it the second time around really just, clarify some things. Also, I've been playing Forbidden West, and it's, to be honest with you, look, if it wasn't for the story, I wouldn't even play it. I could have watched the movie, but I'm still enjoying, killing my little robots with my little bow and arrow. And me and Varl, the homie that just pops up every once in a while, I'm really digging him, and I'm digging the politics of what's really going on in this world while Alloy's trying to save all of it. You feel me? But when it comes to the gameplay, it seems exactly the same. Maybe a few tweaks here and there. I'll play for like a good 5 minutes, then I'll get used to the controls from the previous title, and then I'm good to go. Mm-hmm. I do not want to be under-leveled when I get to the final boss. I'm trying to do everything I can to prevent myself from that. So if I'm getting stuff, I don't know if I need it yet, going to towers, fighting off machines so I can get my level up, try to make sure that I put my points in the appropriate spot, because I know if it's just like the previous title, then I know that final boss is going to be a motherfucker. Because that final boss in the last game, mm-hmm. I think I was on that shit for like 2 hours. Yeah. 2 hours on that last boss. But
so how do you like the game so far? Like the gameplay, the characters?
The gameplay's the same. There's new characters and returning ones from the previous title. I like the story more than the gameplay. That's why, because she's supposed to be, the savior of Meridian, but mm-hmm. as she traveled west, her story is spread that far. So she'll go to a settlement that she ain't never been, but they know who she is. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes they'll be nice to her. Sometimes they'll pull out her card and be like, "Oh, you the savior of Meridian? Handle this real quick. We'll get you through the west side." Things like that. And politics between like rich or poor, different areas, that happens in the game. And while she's trying to find the backup, the backup drive for Gaia. So that's the thing that she needs to, save the world. So, but I'm still enjoying it. It ain't uninstalled. I'm gonna still play it.
Yeah. You're streaming it, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. All right.
I'm sorry. That was 2. Sorry, my bad. The last Call of Duty, I practice with the sister shooters every Tuesday. Shout out to the sister shooters, bang bang. And then last night it was just Warzone. I know the new season came out. I know it's ranked. I haven't got to rank yet, but I might do it this weekend, probably later on today. So we were just Warzoning it, and it was like I keep saying, Warzone is just a smidget more fun than multiplayer, these days. And it was a pretty decent, day, to game and stuff. So that's all I've been playing.
All right, and Miss CHAREECE.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl CHAREECE here, and I didn't play that much this week because work was stupid. And then I started school also. But I did play Forspoken this morning, and I am really liking this game. Yes, it has its issues, but nothing that other games don't have. But it's still a solid title.
So how far are you?
I broke out of jail.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm just exploring the wayside. I'm supposed to be going to the next area, but I went off into so many side areas that I really don't have no idea where I'm at.
Okay. But you haven't fought like your first big person. I can't remember what the name of them are, but it's like daughters or something like that. You haven't fought.
No. I'm just doing like random side quests, I guess, because I just finished a little area that like it's like a dungeon per se that's off to the side, and once you finish it, it like gives you extra mana for you can unlock more spells and stuff.
Yep.
I started getting graded for my spells and my fights. I suck.
That's what I was going to ask you about with the combat, because like as you get more attributes and stuff like that, the combat gets real fun.
Oh yes. Because when I was getting graded an E, I was like, damn. But I got it up to a C, so I was kind of happy for that one, like, because you gotta like you gotta move left and right and everything.
Yeah.
You gotta
you gotta hit combos.
Yeah, you gotta hit them combos, and you gotta be quick with the switching of your powers, because stuff has a long cooldown, but you still got to do your defense and get your stuff going. So it's nice. I do like that. It's the combat is nice and the flow of it is nice. So I do like that. The girl Frey, she get on my nerves. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like I be want her to shut up and calm down with attitude sometimes. Like, girl, you ain't getting back to New York no time soon. Calm your nerves.
Right.
The bracelet thing is hilarious.
Yeah, that it talks to her and everything. Yes. Yeah, I like that.
The bracelet is hilarious. Let me see. Like I said, it's a solid title. There's some things like it ain't the most prettiest game. I give you that much. But like,
it ain't pretty.
It's not. This ain't drop dead gorgeous.
Yeah. It's not like blow you away or anything.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say that it's not.
It's not ugly, but it's not like Don't come in here expecting drop dead gorgeous graphics. You're gonna get a solid title. Like it's a straight 7-8 right now. But I'm enjoying it, so that's all that matters.
Yeah.
I see my cat.
What else you been playing?
Just jump.
Yeah, he just jumped up on top right there. Yeah. Sorry, we don't do cats. Now, if he start popping you in the head, I'm gonna die laughing though.
He does like to sniff my braids every once in a while. Let me see what else. Just jumps. Y'all saw that, right? I wish I could switch the camera. He is literally sitting on top of my Xbox. I'm about to. Yeah. Excuse me for a moment. Get your fat butt out the way. Sorry, I apologize. And then I played Star Rail because, of course, they gave you a free 5-star character.
I did log in and grab him.
Yes. Because like I don't know who else gonna give you a 5-star character free of charge.
Yeah, I was just like, all right, well,
that cool. We got it. Other than that, that's all I've been playing.
You did play Diablo 2 with me last week.
Oh yeah, Diablo
on Sunday, I think.
Yeah, we was running things. We played long enough to do 2 world bosses. Oh my god, we finished the story of the season.
Finished all the story of the season. I think we're probably the closest to our first character this time, which said something, right? Because like the second or the first season, I think I only got to level 20 or something like that with my character.
I don't think I got that far.
Yeah, like real low. Yeah. And then we were like, I'm out. Yeah. But yeah, so
we were like, I think I was like 53, 50 something. We went to World Tier 3. We started doing Nightmare Dungeons. I think the last one we did was level 18? Was it 18? Yep.
Nightmare Dungeon,
Yep, Nightmare Dungeon. Them Nightmare Dungeons can get you. We had this thing that was just following us around and would just like shock the mess out of you.
Yeah. So it's like this big rock that just follows you as you're going through the dungeon, and as he gets close to you, then he'll start like basically shooting out bombs.
Yes.
Oh wow.
So
and if you stay in, like he's in, like say, like there's a group of mobs coming after you, he gets in the middle of the mobs where you can't really see the attack when it's coming, and he just like pop, and so you don't know what's killing you. Yeah, it was hectic there for a minute. We killed the butcher. Like so fuck him,
bitch ass.
Yeah.
Was it easy or was it hard? Because
it wasn't easy, but it wasn't like
it wasn't hard either.
Like high level, because he did come find my ass when I was lower level, and I was like, "Why are you fucking with me?"
Same. Like, dude, stay away, stay away. But he called, and then like, so of course by then we were like, we were already till 3, I think, and we were just running things, and he popped up, and we had our strategies down, and so hey, we took care of him. Like I said, Diablo with the loot, It was beautiful. I think I posted a screenshot on Twitter, and it was so many rares and legendaries and sacreds that I couldn't even use them all.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
And I did capture gameplay, so we can use it for one of the shows.
Nice.
But yeah.
But yeah, so that's all I played.
All right. And Miss Delilah, what have you been playing this week?
I know what I haven't been playing. But anyway,
we all know. We all know what you haven't been playing.
Yeah, so I didn't get it. So just to get this out right now, because I don't want to talk about it, throughout the rest of this, is that I didn't get a chance to stream Alan Wake 2 for reasons I ain't gonna get into it, but a lot of some things outside of work. But I plan on finishing that game because I refuse to eat that chip. Okay, FYI. But what I have played is I did get a chance to play a little bit of Prince of Persia, and when I say a little bit, I'm talking about easily like maybe 3 to 4 hours of it. I didn't get a chance, and this is like on Sunday last week, so it's not like it was this throughout the work week.
Wait. Before the show, you said you only played a little bit, a very little bit, right? And you're saying like 3 to 4 hours.
To me, 3 to 4 hours is not a lot. God. But this was on Sunday. This was on Sunday last week. 3 to 4 hours is not a little bit to y'all.
How long is the game? Actually, and it's a
I don't know. I don't know how long. I don't know how long the game.
I need to finish.
But see, for that kind of game, that's it's significant for us. That's more than some of these other little indie games. But I love Metroidvania, so I mean, and this was on, like I said, this was on Sunday. It wasn't during the work week. And I've only been able to get through like and judging from the scale of that game, it's less like I didn't even made a dent in it. No, not even 2% of the game. So yeah, that's like going through the intro, finding maybe 2 bosses, and that's it. Figuring out the mechanics and whatnot. But it's a fun game. I enjoy what I got a chance to play. Hopefully later on today I get to, everybody keep hollering about this Power World game, so I definitely want to see what all the fuss is about.
Question, Delilah, before you move on. How much is Prince of Persia? Because I hope it's not 70.
It's not. It's I want to say it's 49.
Okay.
But then they got a deluxe edition that's like 59.
What's in the deluxe edition?
Just a soundtrack and some art. That's why I was like, nah. I can probably find the soundtrack on Spotify, and I don't need the art book. Like, you know what I mean? So
it's a digital art book, of course.
Right. You don't get anything physical these days. So I mean, that's pretty much all you get. But that's it. But yes, I do plan to fulfill my commitment to finish Alan Wake 2.
Man, hold this L. Hold
right.
I am holding it. What do you think?
We have the clip, and we were trying to give you more time, honestly. And
I am holding it.
You were like, bump that. I'm gonna finish it by.
Well, I had to make myself out of a liar, and I gotta eat that. You know what I'm saying?
Eat it. I'm just saying because I know that.
What y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna come here and make me play the game? I mean, damn, I'm gonna get it done.
Girl, I'm
gonna get it done. Don't get it twisted.
I think you should give the viewers the hours that they got, but as far as like,
what y'all realistically, what do you expect me to do? Like, now that I didn't play it, what do you expect me to do?
I just
play the game. Exactly. I'm gonna play the game.
You don't. Okay.
I mean,
okay. Don't jump on me. Don't jump on me.
Gosh, man.
Right, well,
realistically, it's hard. Y'all, trust me, when it comes to my job and stuff, like, it's hard to fit it in throughout the week. It really is.
I mean, it's just it's a game you don't want to play.
Yeah, that's facts. But at the same time, like, that's facts. I mean, that's no lie. That's true.
Because what I'm saying is, like, if you have time to play the other games,
I played it on Sunday. See, what you didn't understand and what I said is I played it on Sunday.
Why does that matter?
Because Sunday is not. What I'm getting at is that Sunday is not a work day. It's not
a work day.
Because that's the only way I can fit it in. I'm not gonna be able to. I wasn't able to fit it in on Sunday. I played it. Let me see. I played Prince of Persia on Sunday, and Monday came around. I wanted to try to fit in the stream on the Tuesday and Wednesday, and I couldn't fit it in on Tuesday and Wednesday. That's only 2 days I knew I could possibly have to fit it in. And that was it. And you know, things happened. I couldn't get to it. So I gotta make it up. That's really all it is.
All right. Well, what I've been playing is a little bit of Power World, which the motion blur ended up making me sick. So I ended up not playing Call of Duty. But at the same time, I'm kind of getting very tired of Call of Duty.
I know. I feel you.
It's just like y'all don't even. I mean, I don't know.
They just run in there and die. Is what you're saying? They don't even try no more.
Well, you have that right when you play with other people, but like it's just so much of the same, and it's the same issues, and they're not trying to fix any of the issues. Like they're just like, y'all gave us money, so
right,
that's it.
Yeah, I hate to. I hate to see it.
Yeah, it's like wow, like why y'all not even trying to fix this game? Like what are you doing? So there's that. I haven't tried to get back into the finals, although I'm getting frustrated with that game too. But I played a lot of Diablo when I did play, although I don't play as much during the week anymore. But I do use my Steam Deck at night sometimes to do my Diablo runs, because if I can get in, the boss is there, then I can do stuff, and that'll help me rank up. But so I tried Power World, and my daughter is on it. She really likes it. She likes Pokemon. She likes the Pokemon games. And she tells me to say that it is like Pokemon Arius, their RPG one, basically, mixed with Zelda and Genshin. So
that's an interesting combination. Like, oh my god,
right? So for me, it seems very survival-y, where you have to manage a lot of your resources. You have to like build everything too. So almost in a sense like Minecraft, where you have to build your house, you have to build your chest, you have to go get wood and stone and all that stuff. So that can be very tedious. And I don't know, like, you know, if you're in the mood to like play that, it's cool. But when you're like in the mood to have something more so entertaining you, then that's not the game for you, if that makes sense. But so I talked about Diablo. We talked about Diablo with CHAREECE. And yeah, I think that's everything. I don't think there's anything new. That's it. All right, we can get into topics. So thanks again to everybody who's here listening to us today, listening to all of our craziness. We will ultimately get into what you guys are watching here on the left side of us, the Developer Direct. We'll talk about that toward the end of the show. But right now, let's talk about some of the other news, which it wasn't like a lot of news this week. You know, we're at the beginning of the year. A lot of stuff hasn't happened, but I did see a few articles. So one of them was basically talking about the death of used games in that market, right? So apparently, one of the big retailers in the UK has, you know, that's like GameStop essentially, has said, okay, we're just not going to do used games anymore. It's just not a profitable business anymore. People aren't trading in used games as much because so many people are, you know, moving toward digital. And I mean, there's that other argument too, where if you guys saw this week, where I think it was Ubisoft's director or one of the guys from Ubisoft said that people are going to have the market for subscription services needs people to get more used to not owning their games, right? So it's like, it's almost like we're taking a leap, right? So not only are we not going to do physical games anymore, and even farther past owning digital games, we're renting games in a sense, right? So just kind of talking about that, and I wanted to know what you guys thought about the shift in the industry, and do you care that, you know, the used game market won't be around? Because there's pros and cons to it, right? There's people who are able to buy used games that wouldn't be able to play a game otherwise, right? But with subscription services, do used games even matter anymore? So, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. and I'm gonna need y'all not to judge me as harshly as y'all usually judge me in our private chat.
No.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have never bought used games before.
Oh, well,
Nothing wrong with it.
Not surprised.
Bougie.
right? I'm like, Miss Moneybag.
Oh my God. I'm so shocked.
Right?
After, like, again, college, I don't know.
Yeah, after college. I mean, I'm with you.
Yeah, after college, I was like, why am I? And I'm not doing used games. I can afford it. I set a budget up, and that's what I'm doing. Now, did I sell my games? Fuck no. I still have.
They were only offered $1, $2, $1.50.
That part. Like, why am I selling my games when you're giving me shit for the price? I still have games from the 360 era on my shelf right now. Am I ever gonna play them again? Not likely, but like, they're my games. I just don't see no point in selling them to GameStop for $2 or $5 credit.
Right.
There's no point. And in a way, yes, subscription models might have, put a nail in the coffin, but they kill themselves, but not offering people actual money for their used games. Like, if I sit and gave, turn in 10 games and you're only going to give me $10, I'm fighting.
I think I agree with you where it's like, it was already on the decline, right? Before subscription services kind of, took a foothold in the market. Yeah. It's like, I don't know why. I don't feel bad, but because the GameStop that's closest to me I don't even think they have games in the first place. Well, they do, but they don't. Like, it's supposed to be collectibles anyway. Yeah. Like when you go in, they don't even have like a good selection of games. They don't even have a good selection. So I don't know. You did it to yourself. So don't blame me. I don't know. Well, I mean, I think it's just kind of telling, right? It's just that people are not doing that as much, and to your point where it's like people are not going to be as inclined to sell their games to you if you're not going to give them fair trade, right? Correct. Anybody else?
Me? Okay. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When I first started gaming, I wanted, like, when I had money to buy consoles. You know what I'm saying? Really seriously, like a grown adult, spending money on these consoles and games. It felt good to go to the store, go get you a physical copy of a game, go home, make sure the disc all clean.
Yeah, the smell, like all of it.
Yeah. So, but things are changing now. It's not more physical based, I mean, it's physical, but they know that they can make more money off of digital items than actually selling something that has a physical sense. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To me, it's like, is it important for the actual physical object that makes you happy, or the experience of that particular game make you happy? And for me, it's the latter. I don't get me wrong. I have games that I absolutely love, don't have a physical copy of them, but I still enjoy them. They're still one of my favorite games. I don't necessarily need something physical to validate that. And I know there's like the physical, console, the physical game, warriors out there talking about you're never going to be able to own nothing and this and that. If you got your physicals, that's fine. If you want to just keep it physical, that's fine. But eventually those physical storefronts is going to end up being like a Blockbuster, and it's not going to exist anymore. And everything's going to go straight to digital, and that's just my tinfoil hat moment there. But I just see it coming.
Like, did you see? I think it was a couple of weeks back that like Best Buy has already like taken out their physical like CDs and stuff like that. Like, they're not going to have any of that.
They're gonna give you a cardboard with a code in the back, and they scan it in the front.
Right.
As far as like a case, a disc, and some paper inside, they're not gonna have that no more in the future. And if what's more important to you, the actual physical game, are actually playing these games,
right? Because we don't even buy like music and movies like that anymore.
No.
So
right, we've been moved on.
Right.
Like, when last time you bought a CD? Like, let's be real.
Right.
Okay.
Or
We
Blu-ray.
we grew up in a time that we had the small CD
People would be
case,
outside waiting for CDs and shit, you know?
yeah,
But,
a flip full of CDs and your CD player in a big ass bag. We don't do that no
Right.
more. So either they them physical warriors, they're gonna either adjust and get those games like they want now, because like at the end of the day, it's not gonna be as much as that in the future.
Yeah, I thought that was
That's all I
hilarious.
gotta say.
Even when we were at PAX, I remember dude was giving out his CD. I was like, do y'all remember that?
Yeah.
No, the dude was trying to hustle. I mean, I see a hustle a mile away. Ain't no, I guess they wanted
Right.
the CD, and then you get a donation, or you give them like, oh, here, check out my CD.
Right.
Oh, and then when you actually grab the
I'm
CD,
like, I don't even know where my
then they gonna
put it,
want
though.
money.
I know. I'm like, I
What
don't
am I
have nothing to
putting?
play this on. Like,
Like,
where am I playing this?
yeah, I thought that was hilarious. I'm like, dude, this is not the 90s, bro. Like, what are you doing? Early 2000s. This is not early 2000s.
Right.
What are you playing? I don't know. It's one of those things. This is like a foregone conclusion at this point, y'all. That's just the way the world's going, and it's unfortunate that the gaming is the last industry to do it. It's like like one of you all already said, we already seen this with movies. Well, excuse me, with music, and Netflix with movies, and everything's mostly digital. So it's just the industry growing and following suit. That's the only thing I can think of at this point. It's like we're gonna get used to that. It's like we got used to everything else. I remember it being a complaint for CDs. People, now the argument of over ownership is a whole different. To me, is a different thing.
Right.
And I feel like there should be a way, even if a game is no longer being produced, or there should be a way to access that game. And I do know that if you go to the web archive, or I think it's like Wayback Machine, you can play a lot of these archived games that you're no longer able to get physical copies of.
Right.
That's why Boogie, if you remember, we were in Seattle and we had got that game from them, that Microsoft exec, there's the 360 game. Remember we got that? Well, what's interesting with that is that because that game was no longer being produced, or you can ever get it, so it's like rare. So if you even look up some of these games on eBay, they're like $100-$200. So for me, that is a used game market. Like you could put them on eBay and probably get more money than you would try to take that game to GameStop. So
yeah, it's like becoming more of a collector.
That's right.
Market.
Same thing with remember vinyl, like
right.
Yeah. So now you got vinyl Blu-ray players, which is wild to me. You put the vinyl on the thing and it just plays your not Blu-ray, Bluetooth speakers.
Right.
They got modern record players and stuff like that. So it will evolve for collectors. I think that's just how it all will work. Is that it eventually evolve and people will adapt, but it's not. I hate when people feel like it's a doomsday scenario. Right. Because it's not. I feel like the option you will figure out an option.
Because there's the audiobooks, but it's not like we don't have libraries anymore.
Facts. Exactly. Exactly. So, that's a good one.
Right.
Okay. No, wait. I got a question.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I got a question. Okay, so say like one of your favorite games is going to come out. What would make you buy that game, a physical copy of that game?
If I'm getting the collectors.
Yeah, if I'm getting some sort of physical
like
statue. Yes, like the watch and exactly.
Because even the game now, like with the collectors, is starting to be digital because. I'd rather have it digitally and then I'll just always have it.
Just like we were talking about earlier. It was like you got the digital art book that comes with the deluxe edition for Prince of Persia. So it's like I mean, back in the day you would get a physical book, but now it's a digital book, but you see the same art. Like
I have so many art books for Assassin's Creed that's physical, but now they don't do that anymore.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Yeah, it's I guess probably the only thing would be just like I said, some legacy stuff that you really can't get anymore, like the original release of something before they patched it or something like that.
I think what we're all trying to say is like it's okay for us to go toward a digital market, right? Like we shouldn't be upset or sad that the physical market is going away, but we want to make sure that we do the things as a society to make sure that we're keeping a hold of that information somewhere,
Yeah, I mean, it's like one thing that trips me out is like, we got games that we've talked about on this show where like they used to be online and have these communities, then the servers get shut down, and now you don't have ways to play them. Yeah. That is what I don't like. Right. I feel like you should have ability to go back and play those games.
Yeah, even like we had the same issue when WB was consumed, right? With all those Cartoon Network shows and stuff like that. Like all that stuff was just like vanished from online, and it's like we want to make sure that we still preserve that stuff that is gone forever. So I think that's where the conversation should trend. And like when we talk about moving away from the physical market, it's okay, how are we preserving that information somewhere?
That's right.
All right, so on to the next topic, which isn't super exciting, I guess, but they put out an article on Game Industry Biz talking about the last year's growth, which if anybody, I know we love playing games and stuff like that, but I actually feel like I invest in this industry and I do want to see it do well, right? Because that's how we get more games, and that's how devs get treated better and stuff like that, right? That we are the industry is on an uptrend. That's always good. So in December, it looks like that gave us a good boost for the year, and we finished up 1% year over year. And I know that sounds like a little, but after 2022, where the games industry saw a dip of 5% from the year previously, it's good to see that we're like on another uptick, right? Mm-hmm. So just to give you guys some stats, total U.S. spending on games was up 1%, $57.2 billion in 2023, with slight gains in software, add-on subscriptions, and accessories, offsetting essentially flat hardware sales. So basically, we're starting to buy more software, games, more add-ons, DLCs, subscriptions, stuff like that. But hardware sales are starting to level off. And just to give you guys a quick break, what do you guys think about that? Like, how do you feel about like hardware sales kind of leveling off?
Does it mean that everybody has a console at this point?
No, but everybody don't have a console. Now,
everybody has a console, not two consoles. A console.
Yeah. Right. That's fair. Right. Like everybody pretty much has a console that they're gonna get.
At least one console.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Again, so do you remember not everybody's does.
And one thing I want to say, because y'all know we see it all the time on Twitter, and Microsoft is currently the only platform holder that's supporting 100% of everybody. I mean, supporting everybody. I just leave it there.
Elaborate. What do you mean?
That's what I said. Even if you don't have an Xbox, you can still play the games.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They're the only platform holder that's supporting everybody. You can't play Nintendo games on your PC. You can't play PlayStation games on the Xbox console or on PC. They got they still got some titles that's not on PC. That's why I said Microsoft is the only platform holder that's supporting everybody.
So what I wanted to ask though about the flat hardware sales is, do you guys think that this means that we're headed for a refresh? I know we just got the refresh from PS, but it wasn't really like beefier hardware or anything. You know what I mean? Like
I don't know.
I guess personally, like some people are really just like. To me, it's like these consoles and these platforms like still have a lot of life in them. Yeah, I think the only thing that could possibly that probably need to get an upgrade would be Switch. But between the PlayStation just had a Slim come out, but
there wasn't any like performance.
Right, there was no there's no and if you look at Digital Foundry and where they cut these games up in bits and pieces and whatnot, and to critique them, there's they still perform well. You still get decent frames and graphic fidelity is high. To me, I feel like no, like this is just my personal opinion. I feel like I don't need a refresh. I feel like I'm happy with my Series X. I think the Series S is great. I think the PlayStation is great. I think I don't feel the need to be like, oh, it's time to upgrade the hardware. These games look dated. You know, I don't feel like that. These games look phenomenal on the current hardware that we got.
So let me ask you guys, do you think that there's anything that the industry can do to boost hardware sales if they are leveling out? Yeah, go ahead.
More custom consoles.
More custom consoles.
Like, yo, y'all know y'all would.
That's
honestly, Boogie. What's in your room?
Yeah, but I feel like
they're gonna one Halo one. If they came out with a Halo one right now, how many?
But you see that they're gonna do the little.
No. I don't want the wraps.
The wraps do hit. The wraps are fire now.
They are. But I want an actual console that is custom.
But I think that so I think that they're moving away from that, and the reason why I was asking you guys,
I can feel like it though.
Yeah, you can. It's valid. I feel like there's a shift going on right now, right? Because before we got to the Series X and the PS5, there was always a mid-gen refresh, right? And we don't have a mid-gen refresh.
I'm good with that. So good.
But I'm just saying that it's different. So it's almost. Okay, so I guess my business hat is like, this is very interesting because it's a change in the industry, and it's almost like all the past historical data that's been analyzed no longer is canon in a way. You know, it's no longer, you can no longer go off of what we used to do. Like we're in a new this is new territory. You know,
like you can't judge the industry on physical anymore. You can't.
Yeah, right.
Especially solely on physical. Oh, we sold this minute. What about the PC players? What about everybody else? What about people who play streaming? What about mobile? Like you can't just be like. And I never understood that.
Like we're just in a different playing field, I guess. Is what I'm trying to get.
Yeah, exactly.
It's also important to know that it's not just only how much is sold; it's how many people are playing your game at this actual moment.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. I think it puts more emphasis on software, and I think going forward, it should be really interesting in the industry because it's really going to be a "What have you done for me lately?" right? And it's going to be a what are you doing to keep me here? What are you doing to get my dollars? So it's going to be a lot into software. Yeah,
I agree. I
go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Until no. I was trying to get my thought. Until the whole gaming industry is like on the same spectrum of what Microsoft is doing, having their things everywhere, is always going to be a place for physical. And I think that certain companies is going to not go that route because they know that's where their money is.
And I like what you touched on because that's like
Nintendo's like, why would
where we're headed, right?
Yeah. So I'm like, Nintendo's like, this is our bread and butter. We ain't got to go do what they do. And they just make as much money. And they have that iconic Mario brand. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yep. They got that strong IP.
But on the back end of that, though, you closing out a lot of people that don't have a Nintendo. And if they would just use the kind of like sprinkle some of the same recipes as, Microsoft doing, they probably get more revenue or they'll have more people.
Oh man, imagine Mario on PC, y'all. Like,
they got emulators for that. Nobody. That's why nobody.
Talk about legally. Come on now.
Right. She's saying like if they did it, right?
Like
they
did it,
and like go to the Nintendo store, and play Nintendo games on your PC.
They can't even get party chat on the Switch. That's too much dip on their chip right now. They can't get party chat ready or achievements on the Switch. How we don't have it on PC? Steam games got achievements.
I guess, I look at it different because I remember, but Boogie, when you broke it down, you said in 2022, there's a decline. There was a decline, right? So that's like, we coming off 2021, which pandemic, all that. So 2022 was more like, yay, we outside. So they weren't worried.
Right.
Really worried about like the gaming front. And then 2023, we saw like, you said a 1% increase. So that's like, it's back to trying to like level itself out. The normal people who play games and consume that content. To me, it sounds like how it should to me.
Right. And it's almost crazy too because 2023 will probably arguably go down in history as the best year in gaming for this generation.
Yeah, for the quality level.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like, it was a great year last year.
I think this year gonna be good too. Like, just based off what we saw with we'll get to it.
Yeah, we're about to get into it.
But this year gonna be good too.
The last point I wanted to hit on for last year was that Hogwarts Legacy was the best-selling game of the year in terms of dollar sales.
IP
That was
is
the first,
strong.
yeah. And it says the first time that the top game was neither Call of Duty nor a Rockstar developed game since 2008.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mainstream.
No noms.
Mainstream.
They ain't get no wins in the video game
They
awards.
didn't get any nominations.
They didn't even nominations.
They didn't get
They didn't
anything.
get any nominations. Number one selling game in 2023. Yeah.
I hate to see it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because I look past that. We know the controversy surrounding it, but I look past. I look at the development teams and the people who actually put the work into that game. Like, it's unfair to them. It's unfair to them.
Like, it is a solid title, people. Like,
It's great, and I don't even like Harry Potter.
Imagine working on Hogwarts and you don't get no nods, no awards, and you made the most money in the game. You would.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Unfortunate.
I would have been hot.
Yeah,
I would have been hot because the game was so good.
Yeah, just solid RPG. Even if you don't like Harry Potter, like, I couldn't care less. But it's like, just from a pure RPG perspective, it's a great game.
Right, and just the way they like immersed you into that world, and like you said, you didn't even have to know Harry Potter. You didn't even have to like Harry Potter.
I'm like, what's a Slytherin?
Right.
What is that?
They just brought you into a world, and yeah. So, all right. Moving on.
I'm sorry. I just want to know what Delilah's house real quick. You know your house?
That was a Gryffindor.
Okay, cool. All right.
That's it, right?
Go Gryffindor.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
And then the Hufflepuff people.
Yeah.
It's Hufflepuff. Like you said.
Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
Remember what she said?
Look, I've been trying to learn.
What you gonna do about
I'm still so embarrassed by that. Hufflepuff. What the heck?
I think it's great. I think it's better.
Yeah. Right. Like, they need to change the name. All right. Moving on to the last topic of today, the Xbox Developer Direct, which you've been watching as we've been talking. Which, by the way, just letting y'all know, this is not 4K that y'all are watching. So we're just trying to, it's very compressed, and we just trying to, get something in here.
Compressed.
But yes, so that's why you're getting a little bit of stuttering and stuff. But yeah, we're trying. We're gonna figure out something. Figure out how we can get this playing more smoothly on here. But anywho's.
I think who out of all of us, who has fiber?
Nobody.
And it's connected to my PC. Like, it's wild that it's still like playing like this. But so we had the Xbox Developer Direct on Thursday, and really it was a ton of news on Thursday from Xbox. So you got the Diablo new season reveal and all the information that came on before the Dev Direct. Then you got the Dev Direct, and then you had ESO Online that happened. So you got a ton of Xbox news on Thursday. I will say, Xbox, please choose a different time.
Right.
I know this is your lunch break, but we don't need y'all to just carve out
your lunch break and my lunch break ain't the same.
You're right. And then if we working, who's to say that I get to do this? Anywho's. Just make it. If you're gonna do it during the week, make it a later show, right? Y'all can say.
Oh my gosh,
y'all on salary.
That was wild. I've been trying to carve out some time to try to. Man.
So let's talk about what you ladies thought. If there was any surprises.
This child said she had notes.
Notes. So we'll just go down and let everybody talk about what they thought about the Developer Direct. So. Lady, you got your notes together?
Yes, ma'am.
You want to go? Okay. You can go first.
Okay. Avowed, I'm gonna tell you, on Avowed, I enjoyed what I saw. as far as like gameplay and the decision making on what your choices matter. Your choices matter. And this is what they do so good with this particular studio. They make, deep dialogue in the game that you think that your choices don't matter, but 10 or 15 hours down the road, they're going to talk about the shit you did 10 or 15 hours ago. So this is what I love about them. You know what I mean? The combat flexibility of how you want to play is custom loadouts. I think that's great. The thing that I do get a little bit worried though is the world. They showed us all these worlds. I hope that they like populated, or I hope they feel lively when you go visit these worlds in these places. I don't want it to be barren, and I hope it's not. But based on their track record, it ain't never been a problem. So
yeah.
Everybody want to talk about the hair. Everybody want to talk about the Killmonger hair, quote unquote. I don't know. I think y'all better find, if y'all trying to make like black people hair, y'all just need to go hire some black people to tell you what black people hair look like, because it don't make no damn sense in the year of our Lord 2024 that you get repetitive
with Google around, with Bing around.
So
y'all could look for other hairstyles. Like
I'm just saying, you could tell the lack of black people in the industry when you see these hair choices. And I don't get it. I don't get it. At least get a consultant or something, but y'all don't want to even do that either. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna dive in because it's gonna be on Game Pass anyway. Ninja Theory with Hellblade 2. Look, I'm telling you. When I was looking at what they were talking about, what they were doing with this game, I actually got a little bit nervous. I was like, oh, they're like, whatever y'all heard in the first game, it's gonna be more of that and then some on this game. They're talking about like she already know who she is. She already know what she's dealing with. Now she got to go save her people. Now the beginning of the story, the beginning of the saga for her is in this title of Hellblade 2. So I'm about to dive in. I want to, like I said, the problem with me is always going to be the puzzles. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to Google the puzzles. I don't have time to spend 15 minutes trying to figure out the puzzle. Yeah. I don't care what game it is. You know what I mean? That's just,
But just have your walkthrough ready. You know what I mean? When you start the game.
Now, the Square Enix.
Yeah.
Oh, let me just pop in.
Right.
I'm like, okay. So I don't know the Mana, what it's called, the Mana series. I'm not.
Yeah, I wasn't familiar with it either.
No, I'm not familiar with it, but I think it's like towards the Final Fantasy gameplay type of area. Am I right or wrong? Y'all can correct me. I don't know. I wasn't familiar with it, so I can't really judge on it. Hopefully I'll probably like learn the history of it and see if I get interested later on. Aura, what is that? History Unfold or Untold, if I said that right. Untold. It's giving me Civilization vibes, and I am not good in those games. And it feels like they're taking everything that was lacking in Civ and putting it in this game and making it their own, because it looks damn near the same. It's just a little bit different. It's giving me city skyline with the buildings, trying to build your buildings to see your cities and towns from a perspective. And
it's a sim game.
Yeah, it's a sim game. But this is not like a game type of the strategy games that I play. So, I don't know about that one, but it's good that they showed it for someone that like it. Now, let me tell you about Indiana Jones. When I was a kid, I used to watch Indiana Jones at home with the family. You know what I mean? So to see it like in a video game form, it feels good. The nostalgia.
What are you trying to say?
I just feel like the way we're doing this is going to be hard for people to follow. I feel like we should have went like one game and talked about that game, and then went to another game and talked about that game.
Yeah,
because it's subtitles. I'm not gonna remember 90% of
my bad.
Going out each game. It's like,
no, I just didn't want to stop you because you were like already.
You were like in your flow. Sorry, but go ahead.
That's fine. we can talk about Indiana Jones a little bit later. I ain't got no problem with that. I got more to say.
No, I'm just talking about I don't,
Yeah, like we should all talk about each game. But
so people can track, like, okay, well, when they gonna talk about Ninja Theory, okay, well, so people can track it. You can make timestamps instead of saying we ain't got to make timestamps.
That's fine. Well, let me shut the fuck up then.
No, I just think it would be better flow. But
I'm good.
It's up to the host, of course.
I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna chill, and I'm gonna wait till y'all hit up Indiana Jones. That's all.
No, we can talk about Avowed first. So, Charisse, what do you think about Avowed?
You already know I was gonna buy that game. I said that when it was announced.
Yeah.
Like I low key started to skip that whole part of the show because I wanted no spoilers.
Girl.
Yeah, the combat, we already know we're going full magic. So, but the fact that you got guns, that I was not expecting that at all.
Right? Yeah. And you can have like a wand and a gun, or you got a shield and a sword. Can I get a shield and a wand? Can I get a shield and a gun?
Yeah,
like you can double wand.
You can double wand it.
I know, right? Oh, you said,
yeah.
The girl was feeling.
I was gonna say something. Ooh, no, go ahead. Double one.
Yeah, did the double one. Yeah. I'm not feeling the set pieces as much as I thought I would, because I watched it this morning with I did watch it in 4K. The set pieces, backgrounds, all that stuff did not look as nice as I would like them to be.
What?
Yeah, I did hear some rumblings
for Avowed.
Are we talking about
it? So
Man, stop playing. It looks better. It looks better. It looks better than it did in the last.
Some people did have some rumblings saying that the first showing of Avowed looked better, but the first showing of Avowed was just a CG trailer.
Yeah, so it was. So I don't know.
Yeah. No, it wasn't that. Like, yeah, right. It didn't look like that, like the CG trailer. I'm talking about when they showed the gameplay at the showcase last year.
Yes. No.
Like. For me, looking at the environment, like y'all, the pans of all the different biomes of Avowed looked amazing. I watched them I had to watch it at least 4 or 5 times. The graphic fidelity was impressive. Yeah. The water looked incredible. The rocks, the encampments and stuff, like all that. The structure is amazing. Amazing.
I would tell people, like, go to YouTube, go find the 4K, download the 4K, and then watch it like that. Because
matter of fact, are they talking about it right now in the stream that we're showing? Because they're gonna go through the look at this. Like, come on, let's be real here. This looks incredible.
I'm not saying it's ugly. I just feel like it could be better.
Oh, how better?
It's no way you watch that in 4K. Then it's no way.
I think it's because of those little combat scenes that they showed. Like, I really think it's because of that. The part where they're like showing them fighting the little dragon and stuff, like it didn't look like what we just saw.
For me it wasn't. I guess for me, like, that part was different than looking at the architecture of the game. Like, look at this, you know what I mean? Like, to me, this is all incredible looking.
Yeah, but it's not moving. It's like it's not moving. They're showing you a steady picture with one angle and only that one angle. When you get there and you start looking around and there's enemies there, and then, like ladies say, is there people here? Is there like there's no, like, they're fight scene right here. There's just the people there that you're fighting. The world is not breathing. The world is not alive. It is steady. It is static. I need to see it breathing. And
I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
I
watched it 4 times.
I'm still buying it. I'm still gonna play it. Gotcha. I saw Blue Fire a year and a half ago. We gonna get our Blue Fire.
Like, to me, it's like even when they was walking through the water just then, like, you could see the waterfall back there moving. You could see the leaves rustling. Like, you could see the puddles when they walking through the puddles. Like, I'm like, what am I not? What is she seeing that I'm not seeing? That's where I'm
not seeing anything because there's nothing there. That's what I'm saying. I need to see the actual environment alive. Like, it's just steady. I could be looking at a straight photograph.
So you feel like you're looking at stills, and I feel like I was not looking at stills. I was seeing water, and I was seeing
even though there's water flowing in the background, it's still not moving. Like, there's no wind. You can't tell if there's any wind blowing. You can't tell that there's, like, it's just steady. It's static. There's nothing moving except in the action scenes. You're looking at a photograph and you're just zooming in and out on it. That's all they're showing you. Again, I'm not saying it's bad because it's pretty. It's a pretty picture, and I'm still gonna buy it. It's just that the environment.
It's funny because that reminds me a lot of like how Forbidden West is to me. Like right now, I can see though. Like I don't know. I think we have to wait until we get the game because even what we're watching right now is like not the best quality. And then, like I said, you really need to download it, watch it on 4K because you're gonna see more than what you're seeing even right here.
Yeah, I mean 4K is incredible. Like I had to download it because I didn't want any internet interference when I watched it. And so just when you see it like that, like is the actual physical file, like it's crisp, it's beautiful. I had to go back and rewatch it because I was just so enamored with the way they were showing you the different areas and stuff like that. And it's like the level of crafting that went into it. You could tell, like, look at all the different little plants and flowers and foliage and stuff like that. And, you know, I feel like they did a good job handcrafting some of these spaces. And that's what I want to see from them. We already know it's Obsidian. It's going to be a great RPG. They can tell a great story. You know, the comment's going to be on point. We already know this. And speaking of the hair, like I know in my tweet, I pointed out the whole Killmonger, you know what I'm saying? They're always doing that Killmonger, you know, thing. But if you look at the hair of these two characters here, it's different. I mean, look at her hair. It looks amazing. And then the guy with the braids, his hair looked good too. So it's like, man, you know, there's some variety there, but I'm just tired of seeing that specific one. So I'm not gonna say they didn't try because those cornrows look fire. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna say they didn't try or they don't have anybody looking or making sure that it's on point. I'm not gonna say that. I'm just saying they need to stop that one. Like, stop doing that. Like, you know, do something else. You know, there's so many ways to have a dreaded, you know,
lock style.
Right? Exactly. So that's it. That's my little mini rant, you know, in regards to. But like I said, this game. I mean, graphically to me, it looks amazing. So people, you know, I saw crazy stuff on Twitter. I just could not believe it. I'm like, are they blind in one eye? Like, what am I seeing?
Because I think that they watched it like this, or they watched it on YouTube while it was live.
Yeah, when look, it got a Vaseline smushed all over it. That's how like you need to download the video and you know, or figure out a way to improve your internet because it's crisp and it's beautiful.
Oh, they got that McDonald's internet.
They got that McDonald's
internet. You're on your neighbor's internet and shit.
Right. So
but I also saw that you can watch it through your Xbox, which might look a little better as well.
Now, to be fair, it's not Hellblade. You get what I'm saying? Like, you could tell the difference. Like, Hellblade looks like it's photorealistic. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's very different than Avowed. And I'm pretty sure we'll talk about that.
No, we can go into Hellblade now.
Yeah, okay. I thought okay, that's cool.
Well, we talked about Avowed.
Yeah. We talked a little bit about Aura because I know Lady mentioned Aura.
I wanted to go back to Aura, but
you want to go back to Aura? Okay, so let's talk about Aura then. Let's talk about Aura.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and get it.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say I'll get mine out the way. For me, y'all know I don't really play these type of games. This is not up my alley. But for people who enjoy this genre, more power to you. It looks like they're trying to do a new spin on it. I think that's cool. But yeah, y'all go ahead and talk about this one. This one, you know, it looks great, but it's not.
I know this is more for me and Charisse. Right. We the ones that's gonna be playing.
Y'all got it.
Charisse and I are gonna be playing this game.
Yeah. So we're gonna take over the world together, or we're gonna be enemies. What we gonna do?
Right. Well, I don't even know how. Because I don't know if we can even do that. Right.
We're gonna find out.
Right. But I do like that it is a more updated version of these games, and it seems to be kind of like a mixture of like Civilization and Age of Empires.
Yes.
So I really like that. And it looks like that's going to be on PC. I don't remember if that one's coming to console or not.
No, it just said PC and PC Game Pass.
Okay, so that one's going to be a PC game, which I feel like those are best played on PC, unless you're going to do mouse and keyboard support for the Xbox. It's just kind of like hard to play that type of game. Like I don't understand how people are playing BG3 on anything but PC, because like all those different things that you have to be able to do, I feel like you need to be doing it on a mouse.
You're clicking for days trying
to cycle through.
So I couldn't do it. More power to you.
Yeah. But so it's going to be a cop for me, for sure. All right. Well, now we can talk
the beautiful part is that I can check it out because it's on Game Pass, bro. Right. So I can check it out. That's all. That's
Game
all.
Pass for the win all the time.
You are.
You know what? But yeah, you got Game Pass. You have options to play it, and if you don't like it, you can uninstall it. You know.
So let's go ahead and let's talk about Miss Senua, because I'm probably not gonna be on or aligned with y'all with this, but I don't know, because I almost like didn't want to see any more of the game because I just want the game, but I wish they would have showed more combat.
Well, you know, I found interesting when I watched this though. It's like they used the same. It's like the same footage they showed in when they had the Game Awards. It's almost like they didn't really want to spoil it. Like
right.
We're gonna talk about some things we did with the studio. We're gonna put that in there. We're gonna mix it in there, and then this is like some of the trailer footage that we showed from the show from the Game Awards, and that's it. Which I was happy with because I don't want to see. I'm done. Like I already know that I'm jumping. I'm diving on this game. I don't need to see any more.
I just want to play it, right? And I'm hoping that there's gonna be more combat when I play.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
I hope so. Yeah, and you know, I played the first one and got through it. Very good experience. And so, like, I mean, because even with they put out I think they put a blurb out talking about like how it's kind of like more the same, but with higher fidelity. You know, the game is a shorter game, lower price point, but more in a deeper story and production value. And I get all of that. And you know what's interesting? It's like I'm cool with that. I'm okay with that. Because to me, I think it took me about 10 to 11 hours to complete the first game. Mm-hmm. And I'm perfectly okay with, because that game mentally is heavy. That game is so heavy mentally because they make you feel what she's feeling in that game. Like with her perception of things and then like the voices and her reaction to everything, and then like the loss of someone, because in the first one it's like she loses someone, so it's like I don't see how you would want to even play that game longer than that, because it's heavy. That game is heavy and dark the whole way through. It ain't like it's a happy time and you got like a little moment where you got some comedy. No, it is heavy all the way through. Right. So I'm okay with the length. I'm okay with it. At this point, I'm just ready for this joint to jump to release. So I was happy to see them have an actual release date. So yeah. So
really quick shout out to everybody we have in the chat. Sir X-Men, Range V4, Sinister Tar Heel. I think I saw some people above the mechanic. We got Dark Optimus, Xbox International Podcast, TSWS, all y'all, Michael Turner. Thank y'all for joining us. And then does anyone else want to say anything on Hellblade?
I will.
Go ahead.
I'm too short.
Girl, I said something.
Short. The game looks absolutely amazing. I am still not playing it.
Oh wow, why not?
Yeah, it's not scary.
It's not scary, but like Delilah said, me and my mental health, that game is way too dark for me.
It's heavy. I ain't gonna hold you. I
already know. I tried to play the first one.
Yeah.
And when I'm sitting in my little area and I'm like this, and nah, boo. No.
Listen, okay. So y'all know I don't play scary games, obviously. But the way I was able to get through the game, I had to use like one headphone. Like I had to go like this. Because those voices are creepy.
And like they were saying a little bit too much stuff to her, and I was like, "No,
yes,
you reach
like that whole you're gonna die. You know you're gonna die. Like that. It's just like you be like, whoa, because it's like you're listening to everything she hears, and then the world interacts like what she sees. It's such a unique game, and that's why I'm thinking that, like. But at the same time, because I completed the first one, I know how it ended. Like I can't wait to see how this plays out. Like, so I'm excited. I'm excited to play it. Even if I have to do my whole one ear cup thing and stuff like that, it's just, yeah.
So more power to y'all who finish it, the first one, and who's gonna do the second one. I will root y'all on from the bat, but I am not touching it. I can't do it. Can't do it. All
right, lady, did you want to add any more, or you good?
No, I said enough. I said, but it's a dive in. It's a day one. That's it.
Yeah. All right. And then what about the Square Enix game? For me, I'll get it out of the way. I'll probably play it because it's on Game Pass, but I'm not really versed into that world.
Yeah.
So.
So for mana is, you believe it or not, mana is like Final Fantasy. Like it's an IP that they have a bunch of them, but each one's like slightly different than the other one, and they have like bits and pieces, like smaller bits that carry over to the next game, but it's really different game. And I was happy to see this, believe it or not, just because of what it could possibly mean in the future. Like the fact that you got a Square Enix at a Microsoft event, a Xbox event, to me, you know, it spoke volumes. It's like what they want to do in regards to like partnership and collaboration. Mana, I mean, I was going to get it anyway because this is the first Mana on Xbox, and so I want to support that IP. And that IP goes way back. I'm talking about like
there were a lot of NES things.
Yes, like I remember playing Secret of Mana back in the day, and it was an action RPG. Even then, it was probably one of the only outside of Zelda where you had the real time combat in a fantasy world. Instead of like Final Fantasy with the turn-based combat, it was like an action game, like a 2D, top-down isometric action RPG game, and it was great. And so to see them finally, to me, it's a travesty that it's the first Mana game, but to see them finally on Xbox is huge get. And I think Microsoft, they saw that, recognized that, it was like, look, we want to highlight the fact that this is finally on our platform, and I think to me that was a good look. And I just hope it means more in the future.
All right.
Secret of Mana, y'all already know since that popped up.
Oh, you're like ticket.
Well, first of all, it's the whole point. Like for the last 2-3 years, if y'all noticed, I've been buying these games just to show the support for that way we can get these types of games on Xbox. So it's a day one. I might actually just skip Game Pass and actually buy this to make sure that my money is counted, because again, I know how this shit works. I'm gonna play it. It reminds me of the old school JRPGs that I grew up playing on Genesis, even Dreamcast. Like, I've never played a Mana game before, but damn it, I'm playing this one. So yeah, that's a buy for me, boo.
All right, what about you, lady?
I don't know.
No.
Like I said, I heard of this Mana game. But I don't know the series. I don't know what to do. I don't know the story. I feel like if I gotta go back.
Each one's different though. That's why it's like I said, it's like Final Fantasy. So you don't gotta really be like, oh, I gotta learn the story. Okay. So you know how when Final Fantasy has like their summons, like you still hear Shiva and your Braum Bahamut and It's kind of like you still have some of the same like things that you recognize, but it's a different, it's different.
So like I said, I don't know. I want to, somebody else, one of you guys, most likely CHAREECE is gonna get this game. I'm gonna see what she gonna show me the way. She's gonna show me the way. Sir X-Man said that I guess Mana's not on Game Pass.
Matter. I didn't. Yeah, I don't expect it to be.
That's not a problem.
Hey,
the Square Enix game, like.
No, I think it's because like I had said, if it was on Game Pass, I would play it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'm going, like I said, it's a day one. I think just to make sure we have those games on Xbox.
Right.
Somebody has to buy it, and damn it, I will be that person. And I'm gonna play it because again.
Did you play the Persona games?
Of course, girl. I'm waiting for the 3 to drop right now. Did it come out last? No, I got a couple of weeks. Anyway, of course, because again, the only way we're going to get these games that we're requesting on our system if it's people like me actually buy them, and I mean just with cash, because they have to see that Xbox players want these games, and the only way they're counting them is with money.
Well, I think engagement counts too.
True, true, because everybody, mom was playing Persona 5, and that was on Game Pass. So,
and if and not this game, but in some games, you got, let's say it's on Game Pass and you got microtransactions that count too.
Yes,
so I mean, it's like,
so I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I like how it snuck in there though. Like
yeah, I love that. I hope they continue doing that. Yeah,
that was adorable how they snuck into the direct.
And I think it's cool for discussion too, because we're always like, "Ooh, what's gonna be a secret game?" Or it gets people excited. Because even in the last direct, when they snuck in Hi-Fi Rush, and it was like you had no idea that Hi-Fi Rush was going to even be there. Like no one even knew what that game was, and the fact that they just kind of move all the things on the side and snuck it in there. I think they should keep that going forward. I love that they're starting to label this show as like by the year, because this one was like developer direct 24. So it just indicates that like, okay, next year you might get another one. Like it's so interesting. I'm happy with the way they formatted the show and the way it's produced and everything, and just showing it, and then it's the developer speaking. It's not some PR person. Of course, it's coached and they kind of have a script or whatever, but it's good just to kind of hear from those development teams. To me, it's a phenomenal show. I love the format. They should just continue doing them this way. And I think even with the selection of games, everything flowed together really nice. And so, I mean, look at this. I mean, Secret Mana looks, what is it? Visions of Mana looks good to me. And just, them highlighting this was huge.
Can we just comment on this dude in the leather jacket?
Dude, look at the jacket, boy. Yeah, he had the hair slicked back and everything. Look at him.
Okay, I know that shit probably don't move. This shit probably don't move.
We about to go out to as soon as this is over with. As soon as this set,
and he got the thing. Well, he was doing his thing.
It's Kojima Light right here.
He knew he was gonna be on TV. He like, man, the world gonna see me. I gotta make sure my joint look
right.
The fit gotta be.
Hey,
y'all know he laid that on the bed before he.
He did too. He did.
He laid that joint out.
He was like, yeah.
I'm gonna be on TV. We gonna.
Yeah, he was feeling himself.
He was.
All right, so it sounds like I don't know. Y'all giving me hype for the game. Wait, honestly,
yeah, it's cute. See, come on, y'all. This. I mean, it's. I don't know.
If I could play Power World, I can play this. So, But okay. To the best showing of the day.
Oh man.
Let's talk about Alabama James.
Alabama James. Let's
right.
Yo, lady, when you stream this, you gotta name one of your shows, Alabama
James.
While we playing Indiana Jones, I got you. Alabama James.
Look, we gotta put that out somewhere. Somebody else gotta know about Alabama James.
No, who is it? Baron starting to say it now too. Alabama James. It's gonna spread like wildfire, and they gonna act like we wasn't the first people to say it.
Right.
Put it on a shirt. Put it on a shirt.
Alabama James. Gotta have a whip with the.
You gotta be like Django style with the whip.
Oh my god.
Oh man. All right, so let's talk about Indiana Jones. I am beyond hype. Y'all know from last week I was already beyond hype. Machine Games. They know how to make a game where you fight Nazis. Like, let's be real. Machine Games, and just to put it out there, because we done seen a ton of spaces and shit talking about how it's third person. Yes. Space stations. These motherfuckers on there all day.
What we used to call them? Fanboy sessions or something like that. What was it called them? Something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah. These are my confessions, basically. And they all here crying like fucking Usher too. Anywho's.
Oh my God.
It's Machine Games. If you liked Wolfenstein, you're gonna like this game. If you played Wolfenstein, you know what type of games Machine Games makes. They make first-person action games, okay? You're playing first person, and I have issues playing third person as far as nausea is concerned. But I don't tell people to not make a third person game. I'm not gonna tell Gears of War, y'all need to make a first person because I get sick. No, I go get my Dramamine. I do what I need to do so that I can play the game. So, CVS, Walgreens on the corner nearest you, get you some medicine and play the game. Y'all ladies can go ahead now.
That's it. That's all you got to say about Indiana.
Well,
Alabama.
no. Like, I mean, yeah. I mean, because I'm hyped. Like, I'm hyped. So I already know people will be like, oh, whatever, she biased or whatever. But I'm ready. Like, I want the game. And I was disappointed. And I like put the thing where I'm like flipping over the table because they're like, you know, late 2024, you know, which really makes me think 2025.
I saw that. I was kind of
because y'all didn't give, and that was my issue with the whole show, that we really didn't get any exact dates except for one. Everything is like a vague space, and I don't know if that's what they're trying to do, because
I mean, maybe they're trying to figure out
leeway. They're trying to
right, like maybe it's blast zones they want to try to avoid, like your Call of Duties, and just like maybe it's blast zones they're trying to be like, okay, we don't know when this game gonna drop, so let's just, you know, because it all takes careful planning. You don't want to drop your game when another banger is like gonna take over the news cycle. Like, so it's a hard thing to balance.
And I totally get that. I totally get the business why.
Yeah.
Just me selfishly as a consumer,
right?
I would like to have a real date. And then for Indiana Jones, because out of everything that was shown, this is the one that has me salivating. This is the one that's like, you know, I want this game now. So, I mean, honestly, I was like almost surprised that we were even getting to see this game. But
I know
they say that
we're
going to get more in June. It sounds like Xbox is going to do their show in June, and we'll see some more about the game. But I just want it. So I'm selfish, and I will acknowledge that. I'm not going to say it's anything other than me. Like, I want this game right now. So but it looks gorgeous. I'm ready to play. It looks like you have some good puzzles in it. And just also my last little thought. Indiana Jones is the beginning. Indiana Jones came out first, then we got Tomb Raider, then we got Uncharted. Indiana Jones is not copying Uncharted because Indiana Jones is blueprint.
Folks really said that?
Yeah,
Indiana Jones came out in 1985. The first Tomb Raider came out in 1996. Cut it out.
This is my thing. When it comes to people actually liking something, it's always going to be somebody who's only restricted to their one console that want to nitpick Indiana Jones. I personally enjoyed it. I was hyped. I was intrigued, but after watching the developer direct, I'm hyped now. Like I said, as a kid, I watched the movies at home with the fam, so we know about Harrison Ford around here. We don't know about Shia LaBeouf over here. We know about Harrison Ford. So when I watching this and people they really nitpick Indiana Jones, it's not third person. Oh, they copying Nathan Drake and Uncharted. Oh, y'all forgot about Lara Croft. I mean, if it wasn't for her, it would have been none for Nathan Drake. Like LBOOGIE said, none of them would exist without Indiana Jones. And it seems like every time I say something, I get a lot of negative feedback. But when y'all space cases do 8 hours begging, e-begging and talking about nitpicking this game, y'all listen with open ears and absorb that information. But when I tell y'all singular facts, y'all want to move the goalposts. Y'all want to be like, well, actually, this is what it is. And it seems like a common reoccurrence when it comes to me when I try to express myself with these video games. But y'all out here want to express about video games on consoles that you don't own, on platforms that you don't play, but you got an hour and a half to talk about some shit that you had no intention of playing. I'm telling you right now, leave me alone. I will block you. I will mute you. If you the right one, I'll blast you. I'll put you on my TikTok. I'll put you on my Instagram. Stop playing with me when it comes to these games. Because if I got money and time to play these games, I have a right to say something just as y'all space cases out there. The difference between me and them is I don't spend a whole fucking shift at work talking about one singular game. So I'm gonna tell you right now, Indiana Jones is a cop. We're gonna stream it, we're gonna enjoy it. I want to see what Machine Games do because their portfolio is clean. It is good. They collaborated with other studios, but y'all don't see that. Y'all just see that is Nathan Drake copycat or a motherfucking not going on PlayStation. Oh, it's the third person. Y'all really nitpicking, but y'all not giving Xbox credit when they trying to give y'all constant games every time. And that's what I'm gonna say. And this was the best part of the whole thing was Indiana Jones.
All right, I appreciate that. Real quick, I'm gonna get Fawn's super chat. Let me make sure I show it. Fawn's Gaming, thank you for joining us. You know we love you. You need to come back on the show. Hello, ladies. Xbox has games. I see the gear and approve Infamous. You talking about
some of that 49ers, yeah.
49er gang. Yeah, y'all better be putting out the rosaries, lighting the candles, and everything else.
Y'all better start praying. Y'all better start praying.
I got 3 candles. I got 3 candles.
Yeah. But yes, fine, you're right. You see, I got on the no taxation shirt. Y'all can get in the merch store. This is exactly what's happening with Indiana Jones. It's getting the Xbox tax. If this game was shown for PlayStation, we already know it would be praised out the yaya. Everybody would be, all up in it, talking about how delicious it looks and all that other, mess. But yeah, go ahead, CHAREECE. I know you want to talk about Indiana Jones.
I don't even know. I enjoyed it. It was nice. Yeah. I do like how they pay extra for Harrison Ford's face. Like they spent money on that.
Yeah.
I'm not even good. He looked very good.
I even saw somebody who showed a zoom in of the fingerprint where you can see fingerprint, action happening. So
nice. I like how there's different ways that you can tackle different problems. You can, like they say, you can use the whip, or you can sneak around, or like they say, you can just pick up a shovel and beat the shit out of somebody.
And that was Wolfenstein. That's how it plays in Wolfenstein. There's many different ways for you to play a level, play an area. You can, do whatever.
You can run a gun yourself. You can run a gun on yourself. Yeah,
I know. I do like how we still punching Nazis. Keep it close to the heart. You've been doing that for a couple of decades now. Keep it up. No, we're not. We're gonna pick that one up too. I like the puzzle aspect of it. I don't know. I just like the whole thing was gorgeous. I ready for it. I don't need to see nothing else about the game. I just want to play it now.
So if you saw too, this was after Raiders of Lost Ark.
Yes.
In between Doom.
Yes. So it's in the middle. So that means even technically we could still get more stories.
Right. They can just kind of be you get to
it's very good.
It's canon.
I saw Jazz that was this video game looked better than the last movie.
Because that last movie was
it wasn't
no spoilers. I ain't seen it.
You ain't seen the last movie?
No.
What's on? It's literally
not the newest
on
one.
Hulu and
okay, I'll check it out. I'll definitely check it out. I'll try to check it out.
They still gonna get that same puzzle. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. I didn't want to, because I know you're.
Google. Go ahead, CHAREECE. My bad.
Oh no, I'm good. It's I just, like I said, I can't wait to play it.
Right.
I did like the girl, she was cute. I liked her model. I liked how they saw they did drawings or something with different outfits or whatever.
Concept art, yeah.
Yes. So that means we're at least going different locations. Which is, again, if you're in the movies, he always traveled to different sites around the world, whatever. I
would say I hope it plays out like a movie. You know what I mean?
I did like how
because Indiana Jones has a way, right, that it plays out. So I'm hoping that it does the same situation. We're gonna go to a couple of places, and then it's all gonna come to a head.
Y'all, I already expect. If you think about even the excitement behind what Todd Howard and how excited he was about he pitched the game to them and wanted to make it that bad, and it just took some time for them to kind of go through the whole process. I'm excited for it. Can I go into my spiel a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. So for me, and one thing I really want to touch on, because a lot of people are talking about this whole perspectives thing with the third person, first person, and I feel like that people are overblowing it, and they should look at the what's the word I want to use? The development team that's making this game.
Yeah, right.
Like if you think about, just to give you a little bit of history, if you've played, it's a game on OG Xbox called Pitch Black, like Butcher Bay, I believe, the one with Vin Diesel. You remember that movie Vin Diesel? When there was a game, the team that made that game, the development group that made that game was called Starbreeze. And if you know the history of machine games were started by the people who were in Starbreeze. Some people in Starbreeze left and created machine games before they got picked up by Bethesda, etc. And as far as the perspective switching between third person and first person, we've seen this, and like Destiny 2 does it. Halo does the third person, the first person perspective switching. So for me, it's like, this is nothing new. We've seen this before in games. I don't know why people are acting like this is all of a sudden this is a new thing that happens or has happened. But if you go back and look at Pitch Black, Escape from Butcher Bay, and you see how they were able to handle the perspective switching of being when you're in third person, the first person, it was butter. It was smooth. It was great.
And it even looks smooth here, like when they showed it.
Right.
And sorry, just to hop in real quick. We talked about it before we started the show. Everybody's complaining about being sick, but didn't nobody complain about being sick on why am I losing my train of thought? You know what game I'm talking about? On PS5.
Name them. Destiny. Name them. Halo. Name
Destiny,
them.
Yeah. But no, there was a recent one made by the Bethesda. Deathloop came out. Everybody was on PlayStation showing it, streaming.
Ghostwire Tokyo.
Yeah, Ghostwire Tokyo.
Yeah.
Nobody complaining about being sick.
Right.
No one. So
we know it's cap, and it's stuff like that, Yeah. But I'm super excited for this game just because I know like the way they set it up, the way they talked about it, and the production, it looked like it's going into it. It's like you're watching a classic Indiana Jones movie.
For sure.
And I'm perfectly okay with that. I do not care to see a Uncharted clone. I do not care for you to make Tomb Raider. We know another Tomb Raider's coming, so why make a Tomb Raider clone? There's already Uncharted. You don't want that 1-to-1. Like why create that comparison when you don't have to? That game already exists. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm happy that this is the direction that this is going in. And I'm looking forward to the experience all the way down to like the puzzles, like you said, the different environments. They showed some of them, like they said, they showed the snowy mountains, they showed the desert, they showed you in the library, you had planes flying. And it was just like everything I wanted in Indiana Jones game. Is like they showed bits of it here. And I'm just like, I'm ready for the story at this point. So I'm excited. I can't wait.
All right, shout out to Sir X-Man for the $2 super chat. No one complains about VR being in person.
Hey, didn't I tell you what I said? We talked about this before the show.
Yeah, we did.
Nobody complained. Yeah.
Suddenly they sick. Suddenly we get, but
right.
It's to me, I feel like it's nothing that can. It's always going to be something. I'm at this point. I accept it. Boogie, I love your shirt. I accept it at this point. It is what it is.
Yeah, we know what's happening. Right? All right. Well, we talked about indie. We talked about all the games of the Dev Direct. Y'all can let us know in the comments, or later on if you're watching the show, comment. Let us know what your favorite part of the Xbox Dev Direct was.
So,
yeah,
I was gonna ask y'all real quick, like if what was Indiana Jones the game of the show, and
for sure.
For sure. Okay.
1000%. Like, look how he just whipped. Oh boy. Took him off the rack.
For me, it was Indiana Jones and Hellblade. But see, I'm already hyped for Hellblade. Indiana Jones they blew me away with what they're doing. Yeah.
Like I said, like I have already seen Hellblade. I know I want the game.
Yeah.
I just want it. Like Indiana Jones was like a surprise that we even get to see as much as we're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why it's more of a hit for me.
Yeah. I even thought it was cool because they kind of showed a little bit here where you could like use the whip and during stealth to like surprise the enemy and then flank them.
That part. I do
like yo, let's get it. I'm gonna
be whipping. Okay. I cannot wait.
Should be a fun time.
All right, and again, if you watch this show via stream, please, we implore you to go watch the 4K version so that you can see what it's truly supposed to be looking like. Not
exactly, and download it if you can. Figure out a way to download it if you can, because like I said, watching it uncompressed is a different ball game.
Right. All right. on to tidbits. So we're coming toward the end of the show. Please, if you guys have questions, make sure you type out question and your questions so we can collect those. If one of the ladies wouldn't mind collecting questions as we get them. But we're on to the titty bitties. So what I have wasn't like a crazy amount, but what I did see this week is it looks like Megan Thee Stallion will be hosting the Crunchyroll Awards. I also saw a ton of bullshit people posting, which, about her hosting. But if there's one thing about Meg, you gotta know she love anime. Mm-hmm. Like it ain't cap at this point. The lady, she love anime. All right. So I think that'd be interesting. And honestly, I didn't even know Crunchyroll had an award show. So
I didn't either. This is new.
Right. So I'm like, cool. I might watch it now. Power World, we talked a lot about it earlier. So I'm not going to go too far into it, but it is on Game Pass. If y'all want to copy it, you can get it on PC Game Pass or on Xbox Game Pass. And then there is a new show that is on Netflix, and I don't think I talked about it yet. Maybe I talked about it in like Discord chat or something, but it's called Delicious in Dungeon, and it reminds me of that Goblin show that you had me watch, Hunter Goblin, right?
Goblin Hunter?
Goblin Hunter, right.
Yeah.
So it's similar to that in the way that you're like, they're going into the dungeon and it's like the group of people, right? It's like the mage and all that stuff. No rape. And it's mainly about them eating the monsters in the dungeon. Yeah. Eating these monsters. Yeah. So Delicious in Dungeon on Netflix. The only thing I don't like is that they're doing it like weekly on Netflix. I don't understand why they're starting to do that model. I mean, I understand it's greed, but I don't like it. The whole reason why we came to Netflix was because we used to get everything all at once. That was like your thing. That's what we want. So yeah, but check it out. Delicious in Dungeon.
I'm new to anime, as y'all know. Like, well, not really new, but like I'm just getting back into anime after years of not messing with anime. Yeah. I just recently completed Attack on Titan.
Yeah, I'm on the last season.
That was so good. The last season is the best. Well, last season is the best season. So good.
Still season 3, I feel like. I don't know.
I'll watch it. Have you seen it yet?
I'm on the last season, and I'm pretty far into the last season. I think that if I had to watch this as it was coming out, I feel like I would have lost interest. Especially because the first season is pretty slow and you don't know anything that's happening. Like you're so confused.
I hate the way they do it. It's like a slope. Right. Every season is like this.
Yeah, you're like getting information. So like by the end, you like feel great because now you know you're putting all the pieces together and stuff. But the thing that the other thing is that the main character, he's pretty annoying. So if this wasn't all together, I probably would like lose interest. So, but it is what it is. Everything's out. So I would say watch it because it is a really good story.
All right. So with Delicious in Dungeon, like I was actually saw that. I didn't watch it yet, but I saw it. Like, you pull it up to kind of find it. I'm looking for another anime. I don't know what I should go to next. I've been trying to get people to recommend me something. Nobody's telling me what to watch.
I got you.
But I'm gonna tell you straight up. I like action RPG. Not action RPG. I like those too, but I like action anime. So don't send me no ramen and a half. Don't send me no drama feel, no fighting. Like it's got to have some action in that.
I got you, girl. I got you. I'm gonna send it to you.
You know what I'm saying? Like I try to get into Death Note, can't get into Death Note. Naruto is just I can't like Naruto too long. I can't.
Hey, you already watched Cowboy Bebop?
I seen Cowboy Bebop. Thank you, CHAREECE. I saw Cowboy Bebop.
What about Sailor Moon?
She's not watching no damn Sailor Moon.
She strapped me to a chair and pried my eyes open. I was forced to watch Sailor Moon.
I sent you a rack. I sent you a rack.
I can't stand Sailor Moon, y'all, but whatever. You can blame CHAREECE for that too.
Yeah.
It's her fault. Let's see, what else have I mean, that's a lot I've seen. It's just that I'm looking for something new to jump into now after I finish AOT. So
yeah. All right. Anybody else got any tidbits? I said
No.
mine, so
I don't think I have any this week.
yeah, it's kind of slow, right?
Yeah, kind of like.
And it's like TV is just about to come back, like in February. So we've been kind
Well,
of.
you got the playoffs, y'all don't watch sports. Like I'm excited about the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? It's coming down to the wire. You know what I'm saying?
That's really what it is.
Because when football's going on, I'm a little bit sad. You know.
Okay, so I have a question for you, Delilah. Since we talking about football, how do you feel about? I think is it Bill Belichick? It's the dude from the. Patriots?
Oh my God, girl! Listen, don't. We ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about that. No. No.
I can't ask you a question. I can't ask you.
Go ahead. All right, I know the question. Go ahead, though.
How do you feel about him being interviewed? That is the question.
You see my face? I'm annoyed.
He's being interviewed for Falcons?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm annoyed. I'm super annoyed.
But
you know what? You know what though? He's a great coach. Like I'm not gonna go. I think he's a great coach, historical coach. You know, he does his thing. I feel like he's good at what he does. I feel like he's getting up in age. I really want somebody, you know, and that's ageism. Right. I don't want to go there, but at the same time, it's like I kind of
because it's like new stuff.
Young,
you know
yeah. At the same time, what the team needs that wisdom. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of, for me, I'm torn because it's like I know he's a great coach. I know he's. His knowledge of the game is just going to be there. And he knows what to do at this point after, doing it for years upon years. And I would kind of want that for the team. So I'm conflicted. And that's where I'm at. I'm very conflicted because, obviously, he was the coach of the Patriots when they, beat the Falcons in the 28-3 game, Super Bowl game. And so like, I'm salty. I'm still a little bit salty about that, 2016, so it's like,
man,
it's like it's bad juju. It's like bad vibes. You know what I mean? So I've been trying to avoid the discussion about Belichick possibly being coach of the Atlanta Falcons. But if it happens, it happens. I mean, this is out of my. It's just like the draft. Like it's out of my control. It's nothing I can do about it. So if the owner and the people, the powers that be, that feel like he's the best for the team, and that we have to, as fans, have to accept that. I'm going to root for my team regardless, whether I'm pissed about it or not. It is what it is. I'm a ride or die Falcons fan. They can go 0 and 17, and I'm still riding for my team. That's just the nature of it. But it's like it's gonna be some bad vibes, But we're gonna see. Because what if they hire him and the team win? You just never know. It's that element of unknown, and that's what I love about sports. For me, people, they boycotted the game. People don't like football no more. People stop watch football. All this stuff for me it's still like an escape, right? I still look at it as like playing a game. I could escape for a few hours and root for a team and then move on. It's not. I don't try to look at the other little parts of it. It kind of is what it is. And I know I'm going off on a tangent, but it's just like when I think about sports and football, I get a lot of different emotions and feelings when it comes to the game because I grew up watching it. My brother played. My dad's a fan. It's in my family. You know what I'm saying? And it's just part of what I've always. It's like you're a product of your environment. So it's always been a part of my life. So I get emotional about it. And so I don't want the Belichick conversation. I really don't, to be honest. But that's how I feel. And so
okay,
it's gonna be some bad juju.
I thank you for answering my question, Delilah. Really
All right, really quick, we got Sir X-Man with another $5 super chat. Indiana Jones should have, and what he says is supposed to say commercial.
I love it though. Let's go.
Yeah, whip it,
right?
Yeah, would be the perfect commercial for Indiana Jones advertising. It really would. Like if they have a bunch of whippets, yep. So I'm down with it.
Oh man, there's so many things you can do with it though. The music, oh my God, the Indiana Jones music, iconic.
All right, we ready for questions?
Yeah.
If we got any, do we even got any questions?
We got a few. Yeah, I think we do.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. Who's doing questions?
I guess I will.
All right.
Rangy 4, thank you for your question. Why Xbox exclusive have to come to other platforms?
They don't.
Like, why? I'm assuming he's asking, like, why are people expecting that it has to go to other platforms, or why are they even asking? But yeah,
no one
they can't
asks
listen.
It's wild to me. I never understand it. I'm sorry. I just won't.
That sounds like a personal problem. I'll be honest with you.
I'm telling you, because if you was on them sales, you could have got you an X an S for
oh man, they had
$30.
yes. Oh man, those holiday sales was hitting.
Yeah, they were.
So that sounds like a personal problem. It don't matter where I game at. I have an opportunity to be able to play them, except VR. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, that's a personal problem. I get what he's asking. It's like, why is there their assumption that if it's Xbox game, it gotta come to the other platforms? No, really, I just feel like Microsoft made it very clear. I don't understand why people they got selective listening and less selective hearing, because when it was officially said by the head of Xbox, it was that everywhere that Game Pass exists. So I don't understand the quote unquote this fake misinformation. It doesn't. I don't get that. I don't understand why people all of a sudden want to feel a certain way because somebody else said something. If it's not an official press release, an official stream, you know what I mean, where it's the head of Xbox saying something about it, then what are we doing? What are we really doing? People basically going on what people heard and not concrete. So,
or they try to pick apart what someone said when. Who is they? Like who keeps? My thing is this too. Like from a community perspective, who keeps putting gasoline on this whittling flame that keeps bringing it up every week? Who keeps doing that? Who keeps adding to the top?
And then the media run with it because they want clicks.
Them clicks, them blue checks, the avenue, the revenue.
I mean, it's like how clear can you be? How clear can you be? I mean, of course, we've seen the one-off game here that like on a Switch, like we've seen with Ori go to Switch. But outside of that, what are we doing? Like, let's be real. They've already been very clear on what it is. Like, stop. Of course, you got ABK, but that's they almost kind of like forced to do that. So, like, come on.
Yep.
So
you don't get that when Sony puts out the, you know what I mean?
Or Nintendo.
We wait to see if it says coming on Xbox, but then it's not like this has to be on Xbox.
It has to be. And then like for instance, I'm still like, think about when we never got, like, as an Xbox fan, we never got Street Fighter. What was it? Street Fighter? Which one was it? 5. We never got it was 5, right? Street Fighter 5. Bayonetta 2 was another one. I'm still salty about that.
Right.
So it's like
it is what it is for us.
It is what it is for us.
Y'all.
Right. We have to accept that, but then it's like it's the hypocrisy and the biasness is just like it's and the entitlement part is like, what are we doing?
Right.
And like I said earlier in the show, Microsoft is really the only platform supporting everybody. Mm-hmm. If you got a PC, you can play these games. Stop playing. If you can stream it on your browser, stop playing. You can play it on your phone. Stop playing. You know what I mean? Everybody in the world got a phone.
So it's basically, if you want to play their games, jump in.
Everybody in the world got a phone, bro. Not everybody in the world, but everybody got a phone. Yeah. Everybody got a modern phone.
Jump in where you like.
They're not trying to jump in. They're trying to just make a mountain out of a molehill and not let people that really enjoy the fans and the people that really enjoy the Xbox platform and ecosystem that really enjoys shit, because at the end of the day, there's always going to be that person that's going to nitpick everything they do with a fine-tooth comb and criticize it when their preferred console is like giving them none but crumbs right now. They need to stop.
Yeah, ready?
At this point,
it's getting to be 4 o'clock. So
yeah. Let's You're right.
What happened to Mark Cerny? Who is him? Who is that?
I'm glad you said who is him. Come on now, stop playing.
No, for real. Who is that?
You know who he is.
Maybe the face, but not the name. Can somebody enlighten me, please? You're not gonna answer my question? I can't answer your question. I'm so sorry. Oh. All right. Another question from Range 4. Have you ladies watched Cobra Kai? I have not. But I
I watched
heard
the first 2 seasons, but then
I watched the first 3. It kind of fell off for me after they, it became so comical. I couldn't get into it. And then they kept flipping the stories. It's like, come on. So
okay, all right.
I liked it though. But
you liked it? No, I haven't never watched it, but if it's good enough, I'll give it.
It definitely pulls on the nostalgia heartstring. The nostalgia, it pulls on that. If you liked Karate Kid back in the day, it pulls on that, and they pull in every cat you could think of.
Yeah.
You pull into that show.
But I felt like after 2 seasons, I was like, all right.
Like, I'm over it. Yeah.
Like, I'm over it now. Like, I mean, how many times we gonna keep doing this?
Yeah. So,
okay. Question: what is your 5? Cedric, thank you for the question. What is your top 5 personal movies? Yo, we'll be here.
That's
be here forever.
Yeah. I know one thing. One movie. Can we just say one?
Can we just say
topics?
Can we just say one? And
yeah, we'll say one.
We answer the question fully later. But for me, like one movie that's in my top 5 is Inception with Leonardo DiCaprio.
My one movie in my top 5 is The Shawshank Redemption.
That's a good one.
That's my one right there. That's my one.
What about you, LBOOGIE? What's your one?
What's my one? I would say it would have to be The Fifth Element.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's nice. I do that.
So many moments in that movie.
Yeah, right. I mean, there's other ones like there's other ones, but
movies are broad. It's so many. Yeah. It's like it's hard to.
Talk about comedy. One of my favorite comedy movies is Super Troopers. It's just
one of my favorite Black comedy movies is Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights, yes. Shot me in my pinky
toe.
I mean, that whole scene leading up to there, and I mean, as a kid watching that shit, they were just cursing up a storm. And
you sneaking watching it.
I love that shit. Yeah, I need to sit down and watch that again, actually. But because it still hold up, and you got the greats. You have great comedians in that movie.
Yeah, you do.
Okay,
Life, Low Down Dirty Shame.
Man, it's a plethora,
right?
That era of movies was just amazing.
Yes, so I think the
Rocky movies. It's so many good movies.
I believe I host next week, so we definitely.
We're gonna have to touch this again. We have to go back
together,
to this,
right?
We gotta spin the block. We gonna. I think one of the topics is
this require more thought for sure.
Well, because 5 movies.
It's that stuff.
Well, and you didn't even like chop down a category. You just said 5 movies. We got to think about that one, but we'll get back to that next week. I promise you.
Then you got modern movies too that can kind of fit in there. Oh man,
man, that's an open-ended question, right?
Yes,
there,
it is.
Yipper99. Question: any tips for motion sickness? Are you talking about
me?
Yeah.
Like sit farther back from the screen. Make sure you turn off motion blur, things like that. And then if you're really still getting sick, take Dramamine and drink lots of water. Mm-hmm. And only do short periods of time at first until you start getting used to it. And then you can play for longer periods of time. That's literally what I have to do when I start playing Gears of War. When it comes back out, I'll have to play a couple of short sessions, a couple of half-hour sessions, get my body used to it, and then I'll be able to play for longer.
I'm so glad I don't got that problem, man. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I mean, I get motion sick on some rides and stuff now too.
Yeah. All right. And our last question of the day.
No,
I got 2 more questions.
You better hurry up.
Okay. Sir X-Man, question. You know the first Indiana Jones games in 3D is on Game Pass, and would you try the game before the new one comes out? Both games will be only on Xbox. Look, if Indiana Jones in 3D is like 007 GoldenEye, then it's a no, because them graphics, the gameplay it's not like, it didn't age well. So if it's like that, the answer is
I got too much stuff that's out now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go back.
I ain't going back right now.
No. There's not enough lulls for me to go back.
Okay. All right, then. Our last question is from Monica D. I'm sorry. I didn't press that. Oh, there you go. Thoughts on how AI will affect games?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Man, we might have to spin around a block on this question, girl.
Yeah.
Ma'am,
I feel like this
That's
is
a good
yeah.
one. Oh
Ma'am?
man, I guess we can
Ma'am?
kind of run through this one quick as we can.
It's
For
not
me,
fit.
I just try to fit in just real quick. For me, AI, how it affect games will be with the world building, like using that to
Yeah.
procedurally generate some levels and stuff like that to kind of help with speeding up development. Hopefully, it'll start cutting this 7-year, 6-year life cycle we got on game development down to maybe back to the 3 that it once was.
Right.
Hopefully, they help with that. Also, with I don't know. It's so many uses for AI. It's ridiculous. But hopefully, it's an additive and not a.
AI.
Just go ahead.
Sorry. I was just gonna say that I'll just add in that like certain aspects of AI have been in the industry for a while. It's just that AI is the hot, term right now.
Facts.
Because we're getting, more of it. But there has already been, things like that, in the industry. And like Delilah said, the thing that I hope that it helps. Right. I'm hoping that it helps speed up some development. That's really what I'm hoping for, because it'll help with the coding, like Delilah said, being able to auto-generate some of the worlds. So I hope that will help get us great games sooner.
Okay. For me, I think it's going to be a battle of like which AI component is going to take away how many jobs in the gaming industry.
Yeah, that's a tough.
That's going to be, because you already see people that are developers and artists that are already complaining about AI in video games as it is. But then as we get more advanced with our technology, AI ain't going nowhere. It's not going nowhere. So I hope the industry find a balance between, using just enough AI to make things easier for game development, but not necessarily too much AI that people lose their jobs and their livelihood. Because you can AI all you want to, but that human connection is different from what is generated from a computer.
I think for me, it's like the responsible AI, meaning that it's just an additive. It's not something that's taken away from hurting jobs and the people that has to put in these algorithms and stuff like that. AI still has to be given something. You know what I mean? It has to be given a base, right, in order for it to. So I try to look at it in a positive light, rather it killing jobs. Because if think about it, if AI destroys jobs, how the economy is going to, that hurts the economy. We have to work, and so people, you got to look at it from that perspective. It's like, people have to work, otherwise the economy doesn't move forward. And so it's it would be, people will have to adapt, if it gets that far. But I do think there's going to be some level of responsibility in play, and also even with the whole what's the word I'm looking for, intellectual property and what's the word? I can't think of the word right now, but anyway, it's definitely food o'clock. It's one of those things where when it's an artist, they're sole proprietor of their work, and they don't want any copycats out there. So it's going to be that, of course, there's going to be a slippery slope, and I feel like it's going to be legislation that comes into play if it gets that far. We saw this with, what was the artist group, SAG, and it's called SAG.
SAG-AFTRA.
Yeah, we saw this with them and how they're like, okay, y'all trying to do this, write strips with AI, Well, there was a strike, and so now they had to there was some meet somewhere in the middle and some kind of compromise. If you use my voice, I got to get paid. It's gonna be some compromise, in my opinion. And like I said, this is all my opinion. I don't know anything, so don't sit there and make some assumptions about what I know. Right. I don't know anything. This is just me guessing.
Don't be sending her no dumb ass DMs.
Right. Oh my gosh. The stuff I get. Yeah. Come on, people. But so yeah, I think AI is definitely going to be a benefit. It's going to benefit games, more than it hurt. Hopefully, that's it. All right. That's my hopes.
Well, while you're still talking, go ahead and do your outros. We can go.
Oh, absolutely. So you all know that you can follow me on Twitter at Delilah_HD. You can catch me right here on GWG. And yeah, hopefully I'll get to announce my final 2 streams of Alan Wake 2 is definitely happening, because I refuse to eat that chip. And
are you gonna get a real deadline that you're gonna? I'm
gonna have to.
I
ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about her.
I'm gonna have to.
I ain't worried about it.
I'm gonna have to. What you gonna do though? What we gonna do? What we gonna do then? What we gonna do? What?
Apparently nothing,
What
because
we
you
gonna
already
do?
had a deadline. So
No, I technically didn't. I told y'all not to put one.
Ma'am,
I didn't follow through. What I'm saying. I didn't. Let me finish. I said I didn't follow through on my own deadline. I said I told y'all not to put one. I didn't follow through on my own deadline.
Cap. Okay.
That's not cap. That's truth. Y'all
okay,
didn't give me I told y'all not to put
people
one.
find you. Where can the people find
You can't get back.
All right, everybody. It's your girl CHAREECE here. Well, thank everybody for coming through. Y'all make sure to wash your hands, wash your, body parts. It's been awesome this show. I've been giggling over here and laughing at the chat. But yes, yeah, the chat has been lit today. Thank y'all for coming through. I have been starting my morning streams back. Some people have popped over there in the last week or two. So y'all, hey, 6:30 in the morning, if you ain't got nothing to do, come swing by. But yeah, thank y'all so much for coming through. I'm finna go give me something to eat because the girl is hungry and then she's going to a basketball game. But I should be on later on tonight to play some games. So if anybody's on, I'll hop in. But yeah, thank y'all and see y'all next week.
All right. Next.
Y'all already know what it is. Thank you so much for coming through. Make sure you check us out every Saturday. Make sure you check out the merch. Make sure you check out the Discord. Sister Shooters, we doing some things over there pretty soon. Hope y'all check that out. Rimworld and Cheryl, we chilling. We going back to our planet, and we trying to get up out of there. Rimworld and Cheryl later on today. And like I said, thank you so much for you guys joining us. And you guys have a safe and enjoy your weekend. Just enjoy your weekend.
All right, and I am LBOOGIE 0208.
No, let's go Green Bay. Woo!
You hating ass.
Damn.
Let's go. They wanted your team to win. Let's go.
At least we can get there. At least we can get there.
Fair.
All right. Okay.
I get it.
All right.
I get it.
Sorry,
I'm gonna lose though.
Football aside, y'all can catch me on Twitter, on Threads. We're gonna try to make sure we get some more content coming to y'all on our Instagram and TikTok and all that stuff. I've been trying to figure out how to get our videos off of my game bar clips. They're not coming out right. For some reason, I keep getting this like green box. It's frustrating as hell. But anyways, yeah, thank y'all for coming. Wash your hands, wash your ass, tell somebody you love them. And yeah, see you next week.
Man, I want some peach cobbler.
Go get some.